Hey ever guys, this is Dust for Dusted on Gaming and MTG Tavern here on Twitch, playing some Boros Burn. So I need to melt some faces. Wish our opponent good luck. So the same list I played like a month or so ago, so nothing huge or groundbreaking. This is a mulligan. Oh, good grief. Sure. Hope to keep pass. We need to draw lands. So tired of not drawing lands with this deck. The tilt is real. Sure. Looks like Valakut, perhaps? Maybe Eldrazi? Land, please. Alright, well, I didn't want to draw land anyway. Yeah, sure. We're gonna see a little bit more of what's going on with our opponent's deck. Looks like we're up against Ponza to boot. Wonderful. And let's go to the next game. We're not winning this game at this point. Alright, so Ponza. Definitely want the pass. Some of these wear tears. Get these Boros charms out of my deck. Gets Huh. Searing Blaze is a good card. Just get a couple of these Rift Bolts out. Trying not to tilt off, but man, getting paired against Ponza right out of the gate is extremely aggravating. But it's like, what am I paired against? That's quite the point. First, sure, keep this hand. Get you for a bunch. Bolt your face. Down to 12 here. Going to 11, I'm presuming. less triggers. Alright, go get a mountain here. Looks like they're just auto-passing, so go for the kill. You have bolt, you have bolt. Looks like you don't. Alright, so turn 3 kill, that's always nice. For 8, 12, 16, 20, 22. Alright, 22 direct damage spells on the list right now. Sure, we'll keep this hand. Not the greatest, but especially if they have a mana idiots. Pass. Monastery, Swift Spear. Maybe this isn't Ponza, because they've had like no turn 1 accelerant in a game. Very, very bizarre. Sure. So I could go Eidolon. They have alright. If you have Courser or Finks here, sure. Land, please. Pass. Please don't have Baloth. Please don't have Baloth. Stop. Of course you have Baloth. Because why wouldn't you have Baloth, right? Pass the turn. Yep. Bolt you. you to 6. No real reason to attack this turn. Definitely blocking this turn. Strikes me as you don't have Bolt, so... Please don't have, like, things or something dumb here. Please just be tapping out for freaking... Inferno Titan. Oh, you gotta tap one. More mana, more mana, more mana. Sweet. Alright. Yep. Go to 3 here. And... Spike you. Spike you. Sweet. Whew. Alright, we'll be back here in a second. So, the thing with Ponza is, in the burn matchup, is it's more to do with the configuration of the Ponza deck than whatever is going on with our opponent. Like, the more Kitchen Finxes, the more Bloodbraid Elves, the more Huntmasters, the more Primal Commands they have, the rougher it is, the more, like, yeah, it's more to do with our opponent's deck configuration than our own, so. Sand's pretty decent, although being on the draw kind of sucks. Do-do-do-do. Alright, Forest. Boggle. Yep, Boggles are not good. Boggles generally are actually actively very bad for us, so. Goblin Guide, go. We have a Temple Garden on top. Bogle Bogle. See how many enchantments they put on this turn. Okay. Sure. Yo, Ethereal Armor to really make this stupid? Of course, nope. Griff Spoon. Alright, so... Yeah, 3 armor, that's definitely a card. Pylon, go. So, yep, let's go to the next game. Bogles being Bogles. Alright, so we definitely want the 3 wear tears. Beyond that, get most of these Stirring Blazes out of the deck. They have some targets, but it's not the greatest card in the world. Go with that change. Like, they can have ley lines, they can have a whole bunch of not very friendly stuff. Alright. Guess I'd like to play first. One lander. Sure. Don't like to keep one landers, but we do have the cards we actively want in the matchup, so hopefully we'll draw a second land and go off to the races. Otherwise, of course. Not too much life gain they can have on Bolt you, deal a lot of damage, put you to 10, go. Ooh, piece of candy. Journey to Nowhere? Sure. Okay. Yeah, I think I just passed leaving up skull cracks. Sure. Sure. Alright, pass. looking forward to me being able to kill them. Sure. This game is going to be the rough one. Yeah, keeping this one. Not the greatest, but, you know. Especially if they're relying on, like, the Line of Sanctity in their opener. Hopefully no Bogle. Please don't have a Bogle. Of course they have it all. Why wouldn't they? Okay. Wish I could keep my 7-card hand and have everything I want in the matchup. Hmm. Yep. Okay. You gonna race or are you gonna hold back? Alright, you're gonna race. Cool. Spider Umbra. Sweet. So if they don't gain life this turn, they're just dead. Commune with the gods, sure. What'd you take? Griffspoon into their hand. Sure. Spike you. Spike you. Which is 6. Attack for exactly lethal. The Spirit Link on top. Alright. Got past the feared Bogles matchup. Man, I think that's the second, that is the second, league in a row with some type of aggressive deck we've had to square off against Bogles. So, because we play in that, Naya Zoo list from one of the YouTube viewers. And then we played against, like, Bogles, Etherworks Marvel, Siege Rhino Reanimator, etc. So, kind of definitely a resurgence in Bogles, that's for sure. So the weird thing about my list is the lack of the green mana, and that's a deck building choice to play around Blood Moons and land destruction as best as possible. I don't like having my my answer to Blood Moon being in a third color. So 3 lands. But yeah, we're keeping. Definitely a sneep. see what we're up against here. Gideon Jura. Looks like Gideon's dot deck. Alright. Could be Jeskai too, so guess we'll see from their lands this turn cycle. Yeah, looks like we're up against well, hello there, land I didn't want to draw. Yep, we're definitely up against Jeskai. Let's go ahead and get in while the getting's good here. Path to Exile, sure. Spike you. We know they have pass, so there's no sense in attacking here. No, that's not a mistake, friend. That's quite deliberate, actually. Couldn't try to fire off this Helix at your face. If you have Spell Snare, you have Spell Snare. You do not? Alright. It's possible you're just blue-white, not even Jeskai. Oh, you're stuck on lands, too. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. See what you pitch here. Detention Sphere. We draw a land. Not like we're in the best shape either. Fortunately, if we had the kill, you'd be dead here, but you don't, so. Go get a basic mountain. Pass. Yep. So if we draw a burn spell on this turn cycle, they're dead. Pretty much. That's what they're admitting. Of course, it has to be like the one burn spell we can't actually do anything with. So now we get into the wait and see mode. Sure. So they have Gideon Jura. Jace the Mind Sculptor, sure. Mm-hmm. Alright, that's just game. No. Alright, now that we know we're up against blue-white Contrizzle, bring in a couple of those. Probably in general can go down our Searing Blazes. Bring in a couple of these. Some consideration for Grim, but I don't think we want Grim, especially on the draw. bringing in Wear Tear as a hedge against Leyline, but it can also tag their Search for Azkantas and Detention Spheres. Blue-white plans generally against us is either some type of life gain spells or Leylines or Gideons, so. La la la. Generally, I think this is a pretty favorable matchup game 1, and then game 2 and game 3, it depends. Chose to play first. Surprise, surprise. Yep, keep it in my hand. No Leyline. Okay. Probably like a Serum Visions on one here. Yep, especially with basic island. Seacom Visions to the face. Huh. Eidolon, little doggy. Swift Spear. So, see what land they play here. Spreading Seas, sure. Yeah, another reason to play spells the way I do. Alright, now we really get to kinda sorta get our opponent here. Especially since they're not showing us any. Yep. So it's like, wait, what? I'm getting Spreading Seas destroyed? Yep. Hit you for 3. Put you to 12. I was kind of hoping to color screw us there, it looked like. Awkward. Alright, Rough Bolt's not a horrible card here. So, probably have some style of counterspell will be my guess. Question is, do I play into that, or do I just, like... Sure. Make you have it. Sure, this is getting, like, Remand or Mana Leaked or... Yep, Spell Snare, sure. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Now I have to decide if I want to run in face first into Snap Snare or just suspend a Riftbolt. I think we just play the instant speed game of suspend this Riftbolt, not really let you use your mana here. Alright, so no reason to go ahead and bolt your face. Sure. So that means you don't have Snap Snare up here. Interesting choice to negate that one. Alright, let's shock this puppy in. Play out this Eidolon. Not good for you. Yeah, I have no reason to play other spells right now, friend, so... see what you choose to do here. Vendilion click. Targeting who? Targeting me? That's not nice. You have a Dispel or something here? Probably not. Probably have to take Lava Spike here. Alright, so you moved us into a land. It's unfortunate. Sure. Alright. Is this like a Gideon or something? Yep, Gideon Jura. Alright. Burn spell, please. Yeah. Simply the best. Aw, so beautiful. No. Whew. Man. It is so nice to finally have at least 3 tutor league after so very long. Simply the best. It's pretty exciting to 3 to a league. Like I don't even care if I lose the next 2 matches. It's just awesome to 3-2 and finally cash a league in the first time, and bloody forever. Like, I can't even think of the last time that I, like, cashed a league. It's been maybe one of the standard leagues with Naya monsters and vampires. Might have been the last one we cashed. I'd have to go back and look at the YouTube videos, but it's been a while. Feels so wonderful. Simply the burn. And it burns, 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 burning up inside. I fell into a burning ring of fire, and it burns, 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 burning up inside the ring of fire. Burns, 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 burning up inside the ring of fire. It's a lot. It's like the second time we've gotten repaired because our opponent missed the Q. Yes, I'd like to be on the play. That'd be great. So you're saying I have a lot of burn spells. Yes, I'll keep. Basically, the only thing this hand's missing is Arid Mesa Pass. We're probably bolting, but yeah, no guarantee. See what our opponent's up to. Snow-covered mountain usually means Scred. So, yes. Really need to get these white spells out of my hand, so. Shock this in. Play this Eidolon. If you want to bolt it, that's cool. And Scred won't be able to kill it quite this turn. So, no Scred, huh? Lava Spike's a nice card, but what kind of hand did you keep, my Scred friend? Trigger. And still not in fantastic shape. Like if they drop like Blood Moon here. Yep. So we're going for Boros Charm. Put you to 11, but we now have 2 dead cards in hand. Kinda shucks. Spike you. So you're at 5. Well, virtual 5, I should say. Alright, what's your 4-drop? Are you gonna have KPN Cure and Alar? So the clock is real. Crack you. Goblin Guy doesn't really do a whole lot here, but I'm gonna play it. They want to trade off Thopters or something, or PN Kieran itself, that's fine. Otherwise, we put you in the bolt range. Trigger snow-covered mountain, sure. Wow. Alright, didn't see that one coming. Yep. So... may actually lose this game. Actually, I think there's a very good chance we lose this game. Because I think we're dead next turn. Yep, Swift Spear into... so 4, 8... shoot us with a Thopter. Yeah. The sequencing on our spells kind of got us here. Should have just gotten all my white spells out of my hand as soon as I knew what deck it was. So... Jiminy. Alright. So... we're saying we're dead? Yep. On to the next game. Alright, so Scrud usually brings in copies of a wonderful card known as Dragon's Claw. So Blazes are okay, but not great against them, especially since they showed us Pia and Karen. And when I get some amount of these white cards out of my deck, even though I'm bringing in Wear Tears, and bring in these, I guess, just because I really don't like losing to their nonsense. And creatures aren't the most effective in this matchup because they have Screds and Bolts. So, hey gamer girl, how are you doing today? One lander, this hand's a little iffy. I think I gotta mulligan this one, simply because it's a one lander on the play. Yeah, we'll keep this one. It's not great, but we'll keep this one. Boros Charm. Yeah, we'll keep Boros Charm on top. Is Scrud at the top or bottom? Top. So I'm giving up a point of damage, which might be dumb, but I don't want them drawing a free land if they're thinking... Want you to learn Burn, or want you to learn some other deck? What format does your friend want you to get into? Mindstone on top. So they don't have Bolt. They might have Scrud here. Pyroclasm, sure. Standard? Yeah, this is modern, so... but a lot of the... there's standard, there's modern, there's legacy, there is limited. Standard's the most recent sets. Modern's kind of a bigger format, and yeah, Modern's what I'm currently playing. Is this Blood Moon? Nope, Mindstone. Okay. Into Spellskite. Okay. Sparring Advantage. So, bit of an awkward situation here. See if our opponent blocks. If they do, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine too. Yep. Bomb and pop. Yep. Drop our opponent to 7 here. Another Boros Charm is reasonable. Yep, Standard is the newer sets. Modern is probably the more popular format right now. Although different areas, Standard can definitely be more popular. Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Alright. Okay. Snow-covered mountain. So opponent playing Spellskite, does that mean they don't have Dragon's Claw? Go ahead and Boros Charm this. Put you to 3. No. Land is not what I wanted here. So we might be losing to Scred, which ironically is usually a pretty good matchup for Burn, but I guess that would be appropriate given how this league's gone. Sure. Got a Koth. Another mountain. We pretty much have to draw a burn spell this turn, right? I think I'm obligated to block here. Scred. Okay, Scred is a mono red control deck in the modern format, based around a card called Scred. Scred basically says deal. Our opponent has snow covered permanents, and for each snow covered permanent, Scred deals 1 damage to target creature. Could you possibly have here? You cannot redirect skills to Spellskite from Skullcrack. Not a legal target. No. No. So it's basically a powered up version of Lightning Bolt, but can only target creatures, and it's based on the number of lands you control. Yeah, I won that game. I gotta win a third game, which may not be as easy. Relic? Man, must not have much for the matchup if you're bringing in Relic here. Alright, land was good here. So suspend Riftbolt, go. Hope you don't have Dragon's Claw here. Mindstone, sure. Eidolon. Gonna take a gamble that they don't have Blood Moon in their deck anymore. Play out this Eidolon. 3 games in a match? Yeah. Most formats are best of 3. So first player to win 2 games usually wins the match. Pyroclasm, sure. Pian Kiran Alar. Okay, go ahead and put you to 5 here. I'm pretty sure we're in good shape. Doesn't look like our opponent has the Dragon's Claws. Yep. Sacking Mindstone. Should be fair, Dragon's Claw is a pretty limited card. Sure. Just trying to kill us as quickly as possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Taking... Oh, they accidentally hit the wrong mountain. Whoopsie. There are some like how-to videos for Magic and stuff. No. Like, depends on what you want to learn. Like, pretty much if you Google anything, you can find it. Like, anything in particular, like, I can answer most basic questions about Magic without any problems here. So, going for the 5-0 here. Like, there are, like, how to play Magic videos. There are, like, how to choose a deck, how to find a budget deck. There's a lot of different things. Have you played any other... Okay, so have you played any other card games? Have you played, like, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or any of those kind of games, or Hearthstone even. Some of the more like introductory or kids games, or like more casual people know about like Hearthstone and stuff if you've played like World of Warcraft and such, because it's a Blizzard product. Okay, so has your friend showed you like anything about Magic at all? Basically shoot 'em style. Yeah, I've played some shooters. I'm not very good at them, but I've played some. I think the shooting games that I've enjoyed most are like Overwatch and like the Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus, I think was the game, where you play as like Vincent. But other than that, I don't tend to play a lot of shooters. I've played some like casual Call of Duty and such, but I'm not like fantastic at shoot 'em up games. Yes, I'm keeping. Alright, so like, I don't know what your, yeah, might be up against pawns there or something along those lines. Yep. I don't really want to learn for duels. Duels of the Planeswalkers is, a pretty good, introductory thing to like teach you the basics of Magic. It's a fairly cheap program. Okay, another Utopia Sprawl, sure. Okay, looks like you're stuck on lands. Interesting. So play bolts to the face. There's a program called Duels of the Planeswalkers. It is a product put out by Wizards of the Coast. It's a digital-based game that like takes you through a lot of the introductory stuff of Magic. So that is a good place to start. It explains like things about Magic, things about like mana, like those kind of concepts. Alright, so shock this in. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead, play the attack with Swift Spear. Like, the basics for Magic is you have to understand what lands are, what, how to be able to cast your spells. Okay, so like I said, I wasn't sure quite on like what level of stuff you're working with. So once you understand that, then the key is like sticking with simplistic decks, for lack of a better term, like aggro decks. Like Burn is what they call an aggro deck. You just try to get your opponent dead as quickly as possible. Or you want to stick with like a simple to understand what they call a combo deck. A combo deck is you have some combinations of cards that just like flat out kill your opponent. Like the best example is, if you're familiar with Standard at all, the card the card Approach of the Second Sun is basically a combo card, because if you cast it twice, you win the game. Is a good example of a combo deck. And then control decks are like, your objective is to just stay alive as long as possible, and then eventually win with like some whatever random win condition you have. It's like you're trying to trade resources with your opponents, like kill their creatures, strip their hand away, counter their spells, and then so those are a couple of the different main archetypes. Your main archetypes are aggressive decks, which is like the burn deck I'm playing here is an aggressive deck. Its objective is just with creatures and spells, get your opponent dead as quickly as possible. Then you have the combo, then you have control, and then mid-range is like somewhere between an aggressive deck and a control deck. So like sometimes you're trying to get your opponent dead as quickly as possible, other times you're trying to like control them a little bit. So get these Boros charms out of my deck. Four lands. Huh. Generally, I don't like to keep four landers, but against Ponza? Huh. You're welcome. Am I supposed to keep this hand or not? I think I need to be more aggressive than this. This hand's a little bit better. Lightning Helix. Sure, we'll top that one. Any other questions you have? I mean, I can try to answer the basic stuff. Anger of the Gods. Okay. Is this Blood Moon, or is this like a Stone Rain? Yep, Stone Rain. Alright. Thanks. Yeah, I think this game is just going to be too far out of reach. Grab a mountain. Suspend this Rift Bolt. Modern is with most of the cards. It's like basically Magic from the last 10 or 12 years. Legacy and Vintage are the formats with all the cards. So wear tear. I think I'm obligated to blow up one of these elves. No reason to attack here. So our opponent's got a lot of mana. Alright, Skullcrack's not a bad one here. So we have 6. Could they be playing here that we're supposed to care about? Yeah. Just let them do whatever they're doing, I guess. PN Kyrian. Doesn't really change what I'm doing. So, block and Skullcrack you. Alright. Hope you sleep well. Pass. If you hit the follow button, you'll be able to find my channel a lot easier, like when I go live again. But that's up to you. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure, just take the damage. Another Arbor Elf. So if we draw pretty much any burn spell that has Searing Blaze, they're probably dead. Drop you to 2. Swift Spear. That is not the card we were looking for. So if they don't block, they're dead, sure. Seems reasonable to me. Presuming they're just going to block, right? So, tear, am I casting wear or tear? Probably wear on that. So now you have to block or you're dead. You only have 5 damage in play. Okay. Yep, Skullcrack should do it here. Alright. Sweet. Got another 5-0. Been long time since we've done that. Alright, so thoughts on the list. I mean, burn is burn. You know, it's a list I've worked on for a long time. Beyond that, I mean, we played Ponza twice. That's a matchup that I've played against a ton, a lot more than I want to. Played against Boggles, which was nice to get a win there. Scred was, ironically, I think the closest of the various matchups, which was a little surprising, but we did get punished some for sequencing, not getting all of our white spells out of my hand, which I knew to do anyway, which is kind of a screw up. And then, the blue-white matchup, once again, matchup I've had a lot of practice with. It's part of the reason the Exquisitive Firecrafts are on the board. Beyond that, I mean, nice to get off the snide. It was nice to stop doing the 2-3s and finally get a winning record. You know, I joked about after the third match finally getting the 3-2, but to get the 5-0 was really, really sweet. So definitely gonna have to go back to playing the decks that I'm more proficient at. But let's see, Goblin Guide. Still don't think there's anything in this list that I want to change at this point. I think this is a pretty well balanced and thought out list, especially since I'm not running the green for Destructive Revelry. Wear Terror, I mean, I could put like Smash, or I could put like the Smash to Smithereens, or what is the Replicate red spell I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. Just brain farting. It's whatever. So, quick 5-0 with this deck. Nice to get off the snide. So, beyond that, I mean, that's all we're going to be streaming on Magic tonight. I got to get back to some studying here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this later on YouTube. Friendly reminder, we have a giveaway when we hit 250 subscribers on YouTube. We'll be giving away either a Cons of Tarkir or Modern Masters 2017 fetch land of somebody's choice that's a subscriber. So, going to link that in the description for the video. Beyond that, we'll be linking the description for the YouTube channel is down below here on Twitch. If you're catching this later on YouTube, we're going to have a link to the stream. Burn is burn. I mean, sometimes the deck can be frustrating, and sometimes you pull out a 5-0 despite playing against Bogles and pawns multiple times. So, sometimes when you draw well, and, you know, gotta know how to maximize your opportunities. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. I will be streaming definitely some more on Easter Sunday tomorrow. Definitely be streaming more on Monday as well. But I just wanted to get a quick leak in tonight. Hoping we get an arena invitation here shortly. But if we don't, we'll keep grinding some Modern. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and hope to catch you all later.